What if the fastest private jet on Earth wasn't just about speed, but about redefining how the world's most powerful people move across the planet? Imagine stepping into a cabin so quiet that even at supersonic adjacent speeds, the world outside feels paused. Imagine crossing continents in hours, not because you need to travel faster, but because your time has become more valuable than distance itself. In aviation, speed has always been a symbol of progress. From the first supersonic experiments to today's ultra-long-range private jets, every generation has tried to push the boundary just a little further. But what happens when an aircraft doesn't just improve on the past, it completely resets the standard? That is where the Bombardier Global 8000 enters the conversation. A machine designed not just for flight, but for dominance in the sky. A jet that challenges rivals, reshapes expectations, and quietly asks a bold question. How far can luxury and engineering really go together? Because this is not just another private jet. This is a statement at 40,000 feet. And by the end of this journey, you'll understand why aviation insiders are calling it one of the most significant breakthroughs in modern private aviation. To understand the Global 8000, you first have to understand the vision behind it. Developed by Bombardier Inc., one of the most respected names in business aviation, this aircraft is not an isolated creation. It is the result of decades of refinement, competition, and relentless pursuit of perfection. The Global series has always represented the top tier of long-range business jets, but with the Global 8000, Bombardier didn't just aim to improve comfort or extend range, they aimed to redefine performance itself. Aviation experts describe it as the evolution of everything the Global 7500 achieved, but pushed even further into extremes of speed, range, and cabin sophistication. And it enters a market already dominated by fierce competition. Giants like Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation have set incredible benchmarks with aircraft like the G700 and G800. Every new jet is no longer just a product launch, it is a global challenge, a silent race between engineering titans, each trying to claim the sky. But the Global 8000 is different, because it doesn't just compete in one category, it aims to lead in almost all of them at once. At the heart of this aircraft lies its headline-grabbing promise: speed. The Global 8000 is engineered to reach a maximum operating speed of Mach 0.94, making it one of the fastest civilian aircraft ever built. That number might sound technical, but in real terms, it means this jet can cross oceans faster than almost any other private aircraft in service today. But speed alone doesn't define it. The aircraft maintains an ultra-efficient high-speed cruise around Mach 0.90, allowing it to sustain remarkable pace without sacrificing comfort or safety. And then there is its range, designed to connect ultra-long-haul city pairs without stopping. This means intercontinental travel without compromise, without refueling interruptions, and without wasted time. When compared to competitors like the Gulfstream G700 and Gulfstream G800, the Global 8000 doesn't simply try to match them, it attempts to outperform them in real-world mission profiles, especially when speed and distance are combined under demanding conditions. Even against highly efficient aircraft like the Cessna Citation Longitude, the Global 8000 operates in an entirely different league. This is not about regional or mid-range travel. This is about connecting the world's most important cities in record time. But stepping inside the aircraft is where the experience truly transforms from engineering into emotion. The entrance feels less like boarding a plane and more like entering a private residence suspended in the sky. The lighting is soft, carefully designed to reduce fatigue and guide the eye naturally through the cabin. Every surface feels intentional, from the textures of the materials to the seamless integration of storage, seating, and design.
Seats are not just comfortable, they are engineered for long-haul human endurance, allowing passengers to remain relaxed across intercontinental journeys that can last over 10 hours. Further inside, a dedicated conference area transforms the jet into a flying boardroom. Executives can hold meetings mid-air with the same clarity and focus they would expect on the ground. High-speed connectivity ensures the world never feels out of reach, no matter how far above it you are. Dining aboard the Global 8000 is equally refined. The cabin supports full-service meal experiences, with layouts designed for both privacy and shared luxury. Whether it's a quiet dinner for two or a business lunch at cruising altitude, the environment adapts effortlessly.
And then comes the private suite. This is where the aircraft becomes something even more personal. A space designed for rest, sleep, and complete isolation from the outside world. The lighting, temperature, and sound insulation all work together to create what feels like a luxury hotel room floating above the clouds. Even the lavatory and crew areas are designed with the same philosophy. Nothing is secondary. Everything has a purpose. Everything is elevated. But beneath all this luxury lies something even more impressive: technology. The cockpit of the Global 8000 is built on advanced avionics systems that prioritize both safety and simplicity. Pilots are supported by intuitive digital interfaces, reducing workload while increasing situational awareness. This is not just automation for convenience, it is engineering designed to enhance human decision-making in the most demanding environments. Passenger comfort is also deeply technical. Cabin pressure systems are optimized to reduce jet lag, maintaining a lower cabin altitude so the human body feels less strain during long flights. Air purification systems continuously refresh the environment, ensuring the cabin remains clean, balanced, and comfortable from takeoff to landing. Noise reduction technology plays a silent but powerful role. Even at high speeds, the cabin maintains a level of quietness that allows conversation, sleep, or focused work without distraction. And in a world where connectivity defines productivity, high-speed satellite communication ensures passengers remain fully connected to their digital lives. Now comes the question of cost. A jet in this category typically carries a price tag that reaches into the tens of millions of dollars, depending on customization. But the purchase price is only the beginning. Annual operating costs include maintenance, crew salaries, hangar storage, insurance, and fuel. These combined can reach several $million per year. And yet, for its owners, the calculation is not simply financial. It is about value of time. If an aircraft can save hours across every flight, those hours accumulate into something far more valuable than money alone. So, is it worth it? The answer depends on perspective. From a purely practical standpoint, commercial aviation is more economical. But the Global 8000 was never designed for practicality alone. It was designed for freedom, control, and efficiency at the highest level of human mobility. Its advantage lies in its ability to compress distance, to turn global travel into something seamless and immediate. Its limitation, if it can be called that, is that it exists only for a very small group of people who can justify such scale of investment. But perhaps the most interesting thing about the Global 8000 is what it represents. It represents a future where the sky is no longer a barrier, where travel time shrinks while human ambition expands, where engineering and luxury merge into something that feels less like transportation and more like personal sovereignty. Because in the end, the Bombardier Global 8000 is not just about being the fastest private jet in the world. It is about what happens when speed, luxury, and vision all move in the same direction. And as aviation continues to evolve, one question remains hanging in the air. If this is what we can build today, what will the next decade of flight look like?